challenges into growth opportunity as equally applicable in parenting, martial arts fight, or in our career. That we should look for things that challenge us, because that is where the fertile ground lays for improving at anything. And whether it's fair or not, there's always a perspective of older generations that the younger generations have got it easier. And I think part of the criticism today is maybe unfair, but it's also the fact that we do like comfort a bit more than before, that we're not as willing to do things without complaining about them if they annoy us, but that sometimes we need to really get our head around it's doing the hard stuff that is what moves us forward. Put that in the context of the impediment to action advances the action, what stands in the way becomes the way. So think about trying to move up the career ladder or grow a business. Now, if you want to up your pay grade, you get used to dealing with bigger problems, solving bigger problems, managing greater degrees of stress. So if the challenge is you don't know yet how to handle this thing, then learning how to handle this thing can only be a great way of moving forward in career. So by looking for those challenges, and as importantly, be willing to accept that we're going to make mistakes on that pathway to mastery, finding big problems is a great way to get big lessons. One of the things that's been in the news, especially in India recently, has been the whole 70-hour, 90-hour working week. Now, there's a whole stack of different perspectives to look at on this. One of the things that I think was lacking from a lot of the social commentary around this, whilst there was plenty of complaining about titans of industry saying work more hours, I didn't feel there was enough inquisitiveness around why are people saying this, or how do I make my value or my worth look like 70 or 80 or 90 hours worth of output. People who think like that are the ones that I would want to employ, for example. Premeditatio malorum. It sounds a bit sinister, and it is. It's basically saying, think about the bad things that will happen. Which is an interesting one, because in a psychology sense, there's a whole lot to be said around focusing on positives. But what this is saying is, well, think about things that might go wrong, and either work out how you will react in that moment in a measured way, or can you change your pathway to minimize the chance of those things going wrong. That is so important, whether you're launching a product, building a career, dealing with customers. Work out what might go wrong, see if you can find a great way to stop it going wrong. And journaling for the Stoics was what we refer to today as the retrospective. Every 2 or 3 weeks, end of the sprint, sit down, look at what went well, what didn't went well, lessons learned, and what we can do better next time around. The Stoics, same idea. End of the day. How did I serve? How was I served? How did I cause problems? That's actually a Nican reflection, but it's the whole thing around assessing ourselves and working out how we can be better tomorrow. The Stoics would have nailed the core.